Gonna tell a spooky story. Okay, boys, are you ready for a spooky story? No? Yeah? Okay. One summer night, a teenage boy was going out on a date with his new girlfriend. He picked her up at her house, and they drove out to the edge of town. They parked the car in a secluded spot that was a well-known lover's lane. As they gazed out at the lights of town, the man put a gun around the girl and switched on the car radio so they could listen to some romantic music. God, I'm sorry. He leaned over, and the young couple began kissing and cuddling. Okay, just as they were getting into the mood, their music suddenly stopped, and a newsreader's voice came on the radio. This is an emergency announcement. Earlier tonight, a crazed murderer escaped from the state mental asylum. Police are warning citizens to be on their guard since the patient is considered armed and dangerous. The insane killer is nicknamed the Hook Man because he lost his right hand in an accident. It was replaced with a steel hook. Everyone in the area should be on the lookout for him and fitting this description. If you see anything suspicious, you should report it to the police immediately. The girl became frightened and asked to be taken home. She knew that the state insane asylum was not far from Lover's Lane. She was also aware that the remote area where they were parked was a perfect spot for deranged madmen to lurk. The boy was feeling brave and assured his girlfriend that they were perfectly safe. He locked all the car doors and tried to kiss her again. The girl became frantic and pushed him away, insisting that he leave immediately. In a huff, the boy slammed the car into gear and spun its wheels as he pulled out of the parking space. Felt like Cody. Anyway, on the way back to town, they both calmed down, but the girl still held on tightly to her boyfriend. When they pulled up outside the girl's house, the boy got out of the car and walked around to open the door for his girlfriend. For a long time, he just stood there staring at the door. At first, the girl couldn't figure out what was wrong. Then she realized that her door was still locked. She smiled and unlocked it. What? Still, the boy just stood there. The girl was puzzled and rolled down her window. Then she saw that the boy was staring down at the door handle. Slowly, she looked down herself and began to scream uncontrollably. There, hanging from the door handle, was a bloody, stainless steel hook. The end.
Oh? Okay?
Caleb, I didn't know you were a mumble rapper, bro.
So, there was a bloody, steel-less stained hook on the car door, I think, of the girl's door. Car door, I think?
Steel-less stained?
Did I say stained?
You said steel-less stained?
Oh,
Still stained, bro.
my apologies. Did you could hear the, like, confusion in my voice as I read that last part. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
You're like, oh, this is the ending? Okay.
I thought they, like, opened, like, I thought they were, like, at the house. And so I was confused when he said,
I
like,
thought the
girl
boyfriend was gonna, like,
came
actually
forward.
be dead and, like, just
Are we
standing
the
there
murderers?
being held up by the hook or something.
Oh, this one works too. Oh, this is better.
Do I need to tell another story?
Yeah, we'll just make this its own video.
Okay, let me find one.
Oh
That one
my
was apparently kid-friendly, but it talked about a girl and a boy cuddling.
Yes.
Nice.
It said they kissed and cuddled or something like that. I'm
Oh
like, whoa,
my
this is
God.
supposed to be kid-friendly, bro.
There was a young woman who had just started a new job in a large office building. She was walking to work one day when a long black hearse drove up slowly next to her, matching her pace. This made her nervous, and she anxiously watched it out of the corner of her eye. The driver leaned out the window and called to her in deep, booming voice, "Do you need a lift?" She turned to look at him, got a terrible shock. Can this thing know how to write? God. She turned to look at him, got a terrible shock. Anyway, the driver's face was incredibly hideous and deformed. His skin was a deathly pale, and one of his eyes was noticeably higher than the other. The man
Caleb,
pointed
I
to
didn't know
the
you knew
rear
how
of
to
the
drive.
vehicle, which the man pointed to the rear of the vehicle, which contained a coffin. Room for one more, he said. Frightened by his bizarre appearance and unwelcome suggestion, she refused his offer of a lift. Profoundly disturbed, the woman ran down the street until she came to the office building where she worked. For the rest of the day, she couldn't stop thinking about the strange man in the hearse and was glad when work was finally over. The woman worked up on the ninth floor, and when the elevator came, it was almost completely full. She hesitated a moment
Your
before
mom
stepping
was
in.
almost
Are
completely
you
full.
sure you don't want to come in? Asked a familiar, booming voice. There's room for one more. The woman gasped. It was the hearse driver from this morning, eyeing her with his lopsided, horrible gaze. Now, thoroughly spooked, the woman backed away, stuttering. I think I'll take the stairs. The hearse driver just stared at her as the doors slid closed. The woman had only taken a few steps down the stairs when she heard a chorus of screams followed by a deafening crash. She hurried downstairs and discovered the elevator cable had broken and all the passengers aboard had plunged to a grisly death. Oh, that's the end, really? E313 commented, now that's why I take the stairs. 10 out of 10 stairs. Dolly is free said, I love this one. I read in Scary Stories. Brands 2004 said, it wasn't that scary, period.
It's like a 12-year-old kid acting like they're
Said,
cool.
I've definitely heard this story before. It still chills me to the bone, ... A Progita said, now this story proves stairs are good for health. Anyway, it was a real one, which adds to its creepiness. The woman was smart enough, or I should say lucky. Well, it seemed like she defied death, but death won't leave her. Remember Final Death what? Anyway. Queen of Dog meme. In 2006, March 1st, at 7:52 a.m. said, kids, this is why you should always take the stairs. Doesn't matter if you're exhausted or if your apartments are on the top floor. It's a good workout. Climbing upstairs, is it not? Better safe than sorry. I like how y'all are just like staring at me. It's freaking creepy. Well, there you go.